Welcome to more Gran Turismo 5 Specialtatin. Hey folks, it didn't take me 5 years to make another one of these videos. Wasn't exactly 5 days, but it ain't 5 years either. So take that as you may. Also, take it as you may as today, as in when I released the video, is the 10th anniversary of my first ever online win at the full Nürburgring. As my dog shuns me, and that's rightfully so. Yes, folks, it took over 5 years of me playing online to win a single race at the full Nürburgring. But this is the 10th anniversary of that race, so I figured I'd do a special tape of it, and y'all find out why the camera starts on this car. So let's get into it for why the camera starts on this car. To begin with, this is a 650 performance point dirty race, and there may be some names y'all recognize. One other's Team Opar, the rest are not, to say the least. The rest are not. So that makes for an interesting combination, to say the least. That was not scripted, I just happened to get it makes for an interesting combination. I don't script my videos, just that was good timing, and that's all that I saw in the race when I previewed it, is that I knew I won, I did spoil that, and then I saw that, I didn't want to spoil that. That makes for a good special tape right there, to a car stopped or something while accelerating, and flew. Stopped while accelerating and flew, there you go, that's special tape. We ain't getting better than that unless you actually want to see me win the race, which maybe some people will. But, I mean, if you've already clicked off the video, I don't blame you. Have you already clicked off the video? Type 1 in the comments if you clicked off the video and can't hear this. Type 2 if you can't hear this. Type 3 if you can hear this but can't type 3. Let's continue on, folks. Let's continue on. I am in the most overpowered car in the history of Gran Turismo. Until the Tomahawk Glitch happened. R.I.P. the Tomahawk Glitch. But before that, it was the Chaparral 2J. I mean, now it sort of kind of still is the 2J. I think there's still some glitchiness and such with that, but it definitely was for GT5. Continued with GT6, but GT5 was the birth of the As I'm Dead Last. Yeah. So anyway, this particular race is pretty cotton picking good right yonder, I guess. It's a car that we started off looking at in the lead, and a decent battle down the field. I mean, down the field. There we go, that's a bit better. And it's gone. But at least you can do this camera angle. That's pretty cotton cool. Yeah, it ain't bad. It could be worse. Yeah. Seems like every time there's a camera angle movement or whatever it may be, that GTR is wrecking. So I feel kind of bad for it, but I mean, whatever, it's dirty racing. Sometimes you just get that luck, folks. Sometimes you just get that luck. I mean, after doing general dirty racing for so long, I understood it, and I would still do dirty racing today if the servers worked decently, and my internet was decent, and the game was decent. Nah. But I'm doing decent. Holy snikes, folks, I'm actually already doing decent. Yeah, I mean, as I said, I won. And I won with Dirty Race and Boost and all of those things, but given I'm already doing this good this early, can't really complain about that one, folks. Can't really complain about that one. It could be a whole heck of a lot worse. The GTR didn't die for once. That's a new world record. The GTR for once, when it flipped to it or flipped to a different camera or whatever, did not completely fail miserably. So things are actually looking up. It's getting to be a decent race for first. The GTR didn't absolutely explode, glitch, and or catch on fire. And it's about to die. Holy snikes, folks, it did a thing. It got past, but overall it did a thing. It wrecked somebody. It actually wrecked. I'm not meaning to pick on the GTR. It just seems like, again, I don't script videos, and that's what ends up happening. But I mean, this is ultimately a one-lap race at Nürburgring, so there ain't tons left to go, but I mean, there's still a decent chunk of it, and I think the GTR is going to attempt to take a chunk out of someone here. This is a good dive bombing spot. Let's just take the camera off the GTR and never come back to it, folks. Let's just do the thing. Oh, I'm going to have to put the camera back on the GTR, ain't I? Maybe? Maybe. What? I mean, let's just go far away from the GTR. Like, extremely far. Now, of course, I went too far and the racing isn't good now, but... you know, screw it. This is a 10-plus-year-old race. Let's just make fun of the GTR like the entire time. Oh, it's way too far back to even make fun of. There we go. That's a little bit better. At least it ain't that car, I guess. Or the other one. It could be worse. And now it is. Everyone was worse driving 10 years ago than they are now. I mean, that's... Just be real, I'm pretty sure everyone in this race is either not playing the game anymore, which is about 95% of them, or a better driver than they were. I mean, I guess that's fair to say. Here's second. Here's first. Let's just see how good of a driver I was back 10 years ago. Like, let's see how well I'm hitting apexes and things of that nature. Again, boost is on, which helps people catch up. And I'm still in the lead anyway, so take that as you may as well. I'm in the most overpowered car at this point in the history of the entire game franchise, so take that as you may as well. But there are other really good cars in the race too. So yeah. Take it as you may, I guess is really about all I can say about that. But I mean, I did hit the apex. It wasn't flawless driving or anything like that, but I wouldn't exactly call it bad either. Yeah. I mean, for it being 10 years now, I can't really complain too much. I'm way better than I was back then, but I guess I wasn't too downright terrible then either. It's been a long journey for me in Gran Turismo, but I mean, by this point, I had already been on that journey for over 10 years, the entirety of playing Gran Turismo, and really even over 5 years playing online. We've got the GT5 Prologue. But let's look at the race for actually what should be entertaining. Maybe. Maybe. Yeah. Yeah, this should be entertaining. Again, I haven't looked through this bit, but luck says that when I changed the camera, this car will wreck. Holy snikes. I guess it's saved all of its luck for then. Or there's two different GTRs in the race. Actually, now that I think about it, there's two different GTRs in the race. Yeah, I have cerebral palsy. I couldn't tell which was which, so there might have been an extremely lucky one. There might have been an extremely unlucky one, and now that I look back, because I don't actually script my videos, and all I looked through the race was that I won, and that thing at the beginning is that, yeah, it's just completely pointless, and I'm not exactly even sure who the camera was on other than me throughout the vast majority of the race, but nonetheless, I won the race, and that's most certainly worth yeehaw. Yeah, maybe should do a bit better in terms of what it is. Maybe. Just maybe. We'll see, folks. We'll see. Yeehaw.